Hello and welcome back everybody to Let's Play Lethe. As I promised, I unstuck myself from this hellish prison that I got myself stuck in the first place. Maybe we could just take a box and beat the living shit out of that wood. Apparently, when I did it the first time around, it didn't work for me for some reason. I think I didn't hit it hard enough, or I didn't hit it at all, or it's my fault. Okay, I was being stupid. Can we accept this as fact and move on with our lives? Thank you very much. I intend on, well, if at all possible, not necessarily rushing this, but, hurrying up a little bit. With regards to getting the hell out of this dungeon. But now I've seen that, I now know how the puzzles work for this particular level. With the gates that are open that then close. Okay, so it's kind of inverted in that sense, but let's read this. We have been cast into eternal darkness, for it is our fate to carry this burden. Shadows grow in our finite minds, haunted by our guilt, and yet we chant with heavy breaths. The fabric of life being stretched out far and wide from this place. The weeping of its threads piercing my ears right before they break into 1,000 stars. Is this a mockery of the gods? Poetic. Okay? Incredibly poetic. I was thinking, can I light this thing on fire and then do something with it? Oh, whoops. Okay. Ah. So, I can't pull this. Interesting. There is a fire here. You know what? I think they would do this. I think they would. From a puzzle perspective, I think this is entirely possible to be the solution. Yep. Question is, what do I do with this? Also, if you allow me, it's lit, fam. But, why is it lit? Is the question. Oh, I think I can see why. Think. Let's read this first. God, the wall of text. She sat on her favourite chair as one of the men kept twisting her arm, almost as if he enjoyed her screams, and it looked like he wanted more. Jacob pushed her head down firmly on the table and ordered the third man to pull out the last of the bones. Of the boxes of the bones. It made sense, right? The boxes of incense. I couldn't really tell if they used it for their ritual or just to mask their own stench. He grabbed her hair and pulled her head back up and said, almost whispering, "It's time." I could see that she tried hard to hold on to it. To hold it in. God damn, I can't read for some reason. It's overwhelming the amount of text. But the awful smell was the final drop. Nausea took over her body, and fluids sprung out of her mouth and nose. With each cough, she struggled for air. Then, finally, he violently smashed her face into the table twice, No human being should be capable of committing such an atrocious act. Yet that was exactly what I had witnessed. An otherworldly scream escaped her crimson lips, while he was holding at the back of her neck like a captured animal. I get it. I really do. I understand now. Damn rodents. They keep coming back, however many traps I place. Oh, so it's for the rodents. Oh, okay. Something draws them to this place. I wonder what it could be. Death? It could be death, right? Plenty of death that happened around here. Alright, here we go. It's lit, fam. Am I right about this? Yes, I am. Scream. We've awakened the beast. I understand now, though. I understand. I am 99% confident that the woman that the texts are describing is indeed the one that trapped me here. And as a result of this, I understand. Entirely. Believe me, I do. The entire seeking vengeance thing, the murder, everything. I understand. Believe me, I do. Could you just, not murder me, though? Huh. Damn rodents, eh? Waited for the flash before anything. Oh! I have to unlock the save spot. Are you kidding me? I was naive back then. Her husband Jacob was ferocious beyond compare, but foolish as I was, I kept pushing my luck. The man of great influence on the village, Silence Whispered described him as a merciless man. This man was a great influence, sorry. We had no other choice but to have our meeting in utmost secrecy. But it just wasn't enough. Our hearts kept going, longing for more, and so we became lovers. Really? 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 You're telling me I'm going to get murdered because the two of you were horny? Really? I'm getting murdered because the two of you were too bloody horny. Aha! I have this weird jumping ritual every time I see a box. It's a habit hard to get rid of, but there nonetheless. Save, I don't care. Have we saved? Good. And that's where the monster comes from, I assume. I've always assumed that, though. I've never got it right, have I? Do, 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 do. I've been up here? I don't think so. Don't think I have. Nope, definitely haven't. Well, it's a bit unnerving and knowing the fact that I'm going to meet her again. You know, somewhere around here. Any minute now. Fairly confident in that, actually. Almost. Surprisingly so. I accidentally used both my health potions. That's, gonna come back and bite me straight in the lower behind, isn't it? He gave us ink and paper to record his work. How kind of him. I kept smiling every day to show him my devotion. That's all he desired from us. But no one understood. I knew all along. The end. In the end, he only wanted us cured. Not the end. Are you... Mate, is my question is, how confident are you? As in, are you willing to bet someone else's life on it, specifically mine, that he just wanted you cured? Quote unquote. Trust me, I'm not one for technicalities, but says, as strange as it may seem, I read this actually last time. As strange as it may seem, technically a dead man isn't sick, right? Because he's dead. I mean, if you have a mental illness and you want to cure it, and you shoot the person in the brain, technically speaking, he doesn't have a mental illness anymore. Same wise for the plague, for the... whatever the hell this lunatic is trying to cure. Kind of hoping that was close, to be honest. Oh. Ah. Is there a lever on the other side of this? No? Shit. Shit. How the fuck do I open this? Yep, I'm dead. I'm actually dead. Oh, never mind. He opened it for me. I'm confused. It's a chase sequence, right? It wasn't a question, by the way. I mean, it was a question, but... it's a semi-rhetorical question. This is a chase sequence. To me, this seems... a little bit obvious. You know, just a little bit obvious that we are in the middle of a chase sequence. Which is not necessarily bad. But a chase sequence where the speed of your escape is directly dependent on the speed of the monster chasing you is somewhat unconventional, I suppose, but here comes the slight problem with the game is... And it's not a problem, no, sorry, it's not a problem with the game, it's the problem with me. The problem with me is I'm human, and as a result, I know exactly what's going to happen in the next, in the footage to follow. So I know exactly where everything is, mostly. And as a result, it's taken all the scary out of it. Well, not all of it. Most of the scary is taken out. So, maybe if this isn't your first playthrough, I don't quite see the point. I blocked my own way in. Okay, so... No, wrong button. It's actually R. Okay. That's the thing, though. Kind of far away from a save point. Kind of. I would appreciate being able to save here, I understand... kind of understand why they went for the no save games whatsoever approach. And that's where the monster comes from. Alright, let's not make his job any easier, eh? Like I said. Oh, can I do... No, I can't, though. That would have been somewhat awesome. Do that, though. Ah, can't close the gate behind me. Okay. Rar. Run. To here. Then wait. For him to appear right there and freak the living hell out of you, which is why I'm going to keep talking and holding the S key. It's what I'm doing right now. The strategy is keep talking and hold the S key. If this does not work, then I'm sorry, but there's a problem. We have a distinct problem in that this isn't working. It's not opening yet. Can we please have it open? Please, I'm not a fan of this chase sequence. Can we please have this thing open? For the love of God, I cannot keep talking in these prolonged sentences if this door of metal behind me, this construct of humanity behind me, does not open. Surely it was designed to be opened not like this. I'm confident that someone in their life, the engineer of this door, at one point in his existence, thought to himself, let's design a system whereby we can open this thing, right? Sorry. This is why you take a pause every now and again when you speak. Like I was saying, I'm pretty sure someone, at one point in his life, said to himself, let's design a system whereby this door can be opened in a way that does not require running away from a demonic presence or a whatever monster that thing is. I would also like to point out that I'm playing this at 3 AM, blabbering on, probably have woken up half the neighbourhood, and I'm a bit terrified. Still holding the S key. Still holding the S key. You're going to make me go after the monster, aren't you? Okay. So it was a chase sequence. Blood? Really? Whose blood? Probably mine, in retrospect. No, can't. Another note, okay. Let this be my testimony before my final judgment. My broken body long gone, left behind like a withered shadow. My name meaning nothing, like all others in this chorus of death. The cries keep impaling my mind, but the end draws near. Please give me one last sip. No one will know. Shh, they are listening. Did they try experimenting with it? Well, no, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Basically, my question is, does the serum cause addiction? Well, serum, like the liquid, does it cause addiction? Because, well, I've been drinking it, and it, as for all I know, I'm not addicted, but then again, I do keep drinking it, so... Like the long-term effect of not consuming it, is it descending into madness? Is that what they've been attempting to do? But this is actually, it does actually save here, which I appreciate greatly. Whoops, sorry for the frame rate. I'm actually encoding a video in the background while doing this, so kind of amazed that Lethe is actually working. It's oh god. Oh, screw you, you were just phased into one another. Tell you what, let me just check something really quickly. Tell you what, because it's saved back there, this is as good a time as any to call it an end for this episode. It's a bit of a shorter one, 20-something minutes long, but it should be fine. Anyways, next time we're going to descend to whatever fresh hell has been set before us. But that was one rather thrilling chase sequence. Anyways, actually, really well done from a design standpoint. I have to compliment it as well, because I know that there is a chance that the devs might be watching this now. Which is not to say there's any pressure, but like I feel like my feedback should be of use. The idea that the monster spawns behind you when you go back to start backtracking, then he starts chasing you. I like that quite a bit. That's well, no, I hate it, but you know what I mean. I like it from a game perspective. I hate it having to experience that, which is a good thing I think in horror games. So hey, anyways, until next time, take care and bye-bye. And also please remember to like and subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, but I assume you already do that because it's what, episode 7 something like that. Yeah, take care, bye-bye.